Hey, what's going on, people? So let us discuss this new event dungeon where you are going to be able to get unlimited red ether, depending on how much mana you are willing to expend, and of course the maximum of the 100 brilliant yellow ether. So the bottom line is that if you are running your standard gear sets that you would use on, say, World Boss or whatever, you're probably looking with load screens at an average of about 1.5 to 2 minutes per clear with a decent team. Now, this is the team I use here. You'll see that those three ladies on the right are from my PvP team. Why? Because we're dealing with heroes, so let's use PvP gear for maximum damage amplification, right? If you were averaging 2 minutes per clear with the load screen, it would have to run for 27 hours consecutively in order for you to get the 6,500 of the little chick currency to buy the 100 brilliant ethers. So that's a lot of time in order to get that, which you could run it. I mean, the event doesn't end for several weeks, but at the end of the day, you want your brilliant ether and you want it now, right? Now, prime now. You got to watch that. Ronnie Chang, Asian Destroys America on Netflix. It is fucking hilarious. Anyway, you want your ether now. Put your cursed ruby flasks on these ladies, or whoever it is that you're using. You're gonna get your cursed ruby flasks filled fast. You could even put your empty XP flasks on there. You still get a decent amount of XP per clear. Get all your flasks filled up. Get all your gold dust of the queen, or whatever the hell that shit's called, for the repositorium entries. You're gonna get a lot of eclipse runs from all the stamina that you're gonna burn. It's 82,000 stamina, just shy, 81,635, I believe is the exact number. To use, that's the amount of stamina you would need to spend to run it at the hard mode or whatever for the 8 chick currency thingies, okay? So that all being said, you want to put your heroes in PvP gear. Now, I have done that with this team, and I'm going to show you what they're using. I can clear it in about 35 to 40 seconds, and then with the load screen, it ends up being about a little less than a minute. So I've cut that time in half to about 13 hours, which is substantial. Like, I'll get my brilliant ether. If I get that 100 brilliant ether, then this chick right here will finally be able to go to A220, which will be fantastic. I'm already at a 52% success rate, so I just need to get 100 more, and then I'll be able to finally get her to A220. And I went ahead and I did a event dungeon gear set, just so that way I can easily toggle between PvP and this as I get my entries for PvP recharged. So this is going to be the UT you're going to want to run on Fallen Fray. The battles do last just long enough where this Ab Crown will activate. You could use Whip if you'd prefer, if you want more damage, but they both have a build-up. So one's at 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden you get 52% attack in my case. Or you can just kind of build up stacks against Taylor and then Reyna and all that. But it's, to me, I just found that using Ab Crown for the two heroes at the end, the Lilia and the Ezekiel or whoever that is, I'd rather just have the Ab Crown having processed by the time I get to those two heroes. So here we go. That is my Fallen Fray. She's a sub DPS. I had to take the attack stuff off of her to lower her attack because she was the one snagging the Ab Crown. She was the one snagging the Heart of the Abyss UT that I'm running on, artifact that I'm running on Juno. And these are the perks right here I'm using for it. And these are the perks I'm using for Fallen Fray. Make sure you're using T5 Dark. I don't need any M block. There's plenty of heal between Juno and Fallen Fray, so you don't need this. You're just amplifying damage. This is my Glenn. She's just on high recovery per second, so that she's cleansing and she is spamming her skills and all that good jazz, and she's giving maximum defense, buff, to them. And the nice thing with Juno cycling is it doesn't matter whether she pops her soul weapon, whether she's in the Cook from Heaven or the Cook from Hell form, because either Glenwis is getting a fuck ton of defense that she's slinging with her T5 Dark over to the team, or she's getting, let me switch this over to that, or she's getting, that'll make my clears even faster, 20% more damage. Oh, didn't even have that on. Anyway, so she's slinging all that defense over if Juno does happen to fire it while in Cook from Heaven. It's RNG, whatever. And then this is Pansy. I needed to get her to the highest attack, so I put these rings on her that are normally on Fallen Fray. And I put this on there too, which amplifies damage against heroes, which they are. These are her perks. You're wondering maybe why I'm not using this. It's because the first two heroes are solos, and all the heroes, except for Lilia, have a CC bar, so I'd rather bring the stun that I'm getting from this perk here to drop those CC bars quick, okay? This here, I was using Ray instead of Juno, but I was like, screw it, I'll just use this for the cooldown that I need. And that's going to enable even faster clears. So, because you're going to get all the cleanse and the enemy dispels and offensive dispels, whatever you want to call them, with Juno. So whatever, that's what I decided to use. This content though, shouldn't be that laborious to pass. So most of y'all who are watching my channel have good PvP heroes, because that's what the main focus of my channel is, and just use your best PvP gear and throw your DPS and all that good jazz in there. DK is another good one. I was using him instead of Pansy, and I was using the UT here on him, but Pansy seemed to be doing more CC bar reduction, which is where you get your damage from, and his clears were taking just over a minute, so I was like, screw it, I'll just use Pansy. So that's my suggestion on that front as far as the team that you should use. And then the other thing, I mean, look at that, I've already been running it for an hour and a half, and I only have 757, and because I've been trying to tweak my team and get it just right. Now the other thing is, well, actually, is there another thing? No, I don't think there is another thing. So that's the team. You want to clear it fast. Those are the numbers as far as how much stamina you're going to have to use. And obviously this is worthy of consumption. Like, do this, right? You can even dispatch and still do this content. That's the nice thing. I really wish Vespa, if you're watching this, would make it so we could dispatch these special event dungeons, because then I could just set it to dispatch and let it clear on its own. But whatever, you can't. You got to let your emulator or your phone or whatever it is that you play this on just run. So let's go ahead and take a look at a clear here. Should actually even be faster now that I've properly spec'd Glenn's perks. I can't believe I was bringing HP and not freaking the 25% damage amp. What the hell? So there goes that CC bar. So it took about 24 seconds to do the first stage. That's RNG. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. And my ab crown is on now. And it only took about 14 seconds there, so now I'm at a total of 38 seconds. This isn't the fastest clear, but like I said, it's about 35 seconds to 45 seconds. This is actually one of the slower runs that I've done. But, okay, so that was 22 seconds, so actually it was right at under a minute, and then of course we got the load screens. So, but the average is probably going to be around 50 seconds is my guess, 50 seconds to a minute with the load screens, and that's, like I said, 13 hours. That's a long time, but I want that brilliant ether. So, I saw a lot of people talking about this dungeon and how long it was taking to clear, and it being AIDS and just really annoying and everything, and I agree, it is, if you don't spec your gear right. But this will certainly help you a lot. So follow my advice and get your ether at your local Central Orville event, okay? And I would say burn as much stamina as humanly possible on this event for the Red Ether as well, because that's unlimited. And that's going to be great for getting all your heroes that are already at 14 to 17, and making it so that the only ether you need is the Brilliant. So if you have any questions, ask below in the comments section, and we will talk to y'all later. Peace. Iceman Alpha out.